Good evening, friends. In this Sunday evening voicemail on Sanatana Dharma, let us embark on a profound journey into the boundless wisdom preserved within the Mahabharata. As we resume our narrative from our previous discussion last week, we are confronted with the chilling spectacles witnessed during the pivotal dice game. Yet, amid the tumultuous events, a haunting query emerges. Why did revered stalwarts like Bhishma and Drona choose silence, assuming the role of passive observers? With a resolute spirit, let us unravel the intricacies of this perplexing conundrum, striving to unveil the veiled truths and decipher the lessons concealed within. For it is in the crucible introspection and understanding that we may discern the missteps of the past and illuminate the path forward. Let us therefore proceed undaunted, resolved to confront the shadows of history and glean the wisdom that awaits our earnest inquiry. And to fully encap the events surrounding the dice game, I may require a few extra minutes today, ensuring that our discussion remains comprehensive and doesn't carry over to the following week unfinished. And in the tumultuous scene of the Mahabharata's dice game, Draupadi's objections thunder with indignation and righteous fury. She vehemently contests the legitimacy of the game, declaring Yudhishthira's prior loss of himself as egregious and breach of fairness. With blazing defiance, Draupadi rejects being treated as a pawn in the hands of fate, vehemently asserting her autonomy and dignity. Her voice rings out like a clarion call of justice as she challenges the silence of the elders, demanding to know why they stand idly by in the face of such blatant injustice. And Draupadi's impassioned plea invokes the very essence of righteousness, challenging the moral fiber of all present and laying bare the hypocrisy of their actions. In the face of tyranny and betrayal, Draupadi's objections serve as a rallying cry for righteousness, reverberating through the annals of history and fueling the flames of rebellion that will eventually engulf empires. And Draupadi's powerful challenge stumps the Kauravas, exposing the moral bankruptcy of their actions. Even the venerable Bhishma, renowned for his wisdom, finds himself at loss, acknowledging the intricacies of dharma. And in the face of their silence, Draupadi laments the erosion of ancient values, a poignant commentary on the moral decay festering within the Kaurava court. And in a cruel and degrading act, Draupadi is insulted and humiliated, stripped of her dignity, and subjected to vile taunts. Karna's bitterness and Duryodhana's lecherous advances only served to fuel her husband Bhima's wrath, who vows vengeance against those who defile his wife. In the moment of Draupadi's utmost peril, she calls upon the divine intervention of Krishna, who manifests his boundless power to shield her honor, enfolding her in an infinite cloak of cloth. As the fabric of destiny weaves around her, Draupadi utters a solemn oath, her voice resonating with the weight of prophecy. She foretells the reckoning, a cataclysmic conflict where mercy finds no refuge, where justice shall be meted out with unforgiving ferocity. The air reverberates within the echo of her curse, and even nature itself seemed to tremble at the magnitude of her wrath. The jackal's mournful howl bears witness to her proclamation. In the wake of this divine intervention, Dhritarashtra, shaken to his core by the divine display of justice, kneels before Draupadi, humbled by her unyielding resolve. In a gesture of contrition, he offers to restore all that her husband had lost in the game of dice. Yet, Draupadi, embodying the essence of righteousness, spurns the allure of greed. With unwavering conviction, she rejects personal gain, recognizing the insatiable hunger for wealth and power is the bane of righteousness itself. And in a refusal to succumb to the temptations of greed, Draupadi emerges as a beacon of moral fortitude, her actions echoing through the annals of time as a testament to the enduring power of righteousness. Witnessing his precarious advantage slipping through his fingers, Duryodhana's desperation reaches its zenith as he can. So he clamors for one last throw of the dice. Despite the ominous portents and the gnawing sense of impending doom, Yudhishthira, driven by a sense of duty and honor, reluctantly accedes to the final gamble. However, the fates remain unkind, and once again the dice fall against him, sealing the Pandavas' fate in a cruel twist of destiny. Condemned to endure 12 long years of exile in the unforgiving wilderness, and followed by a 13th year cloaked in anonymity, the Pandavas and Draupadi face the grim prospect of an uncertain future. And their identities shrouded in secrecy, they traverse the vast expanse of the unknown, their hearts heavy with the burden of exile and the constant threat of discovery looming over their heads like a spectre. Forced to navigate the treacherous labyrinth of fate, they tread the path of exile with stoic resolve, their spirits undaunted by the trials that lie ahead. Yet, amid the darkness of their plight, the flicker hope remains alive, a beacon guiding them through the darkest of nights as they cling to the promise of redemption that awaits them at the journey's end. So the dice game event in the Mahabharata carries a powerful message for present generations, emphasizing the consequences of unchecked ambition, moral decay, and the importance of upholding righteousness. The game of dice serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and greed, and Duryodhana's insatiable desire for power and wealth leads him to resort to deceit and manipulation, ultimately culminating it in tragedy. And present generations are reminded to temper their ambitions with humility and integrity, and lest they fall victim to the same pitfalls. And the events surrounding the dice game highlight the importance of upholding moral integrity in the face of adversity. Despite facing grave injustice, the Pandavas and Draupadi exhibit unwavering adherence to the dharma, refusing to compromise their principles even in the face of extreme hardship. This serves as a powerful reminder for present generations to prioritize moral values over personal gain. And the silence of bystanders, including Bhishma and Dhritarashtra, in the face of injustice underscores the consequences of passive complicity. Their failure to intervene allows injustice to prevail, leading dire consequences for all involved. Present generations are encouraged to speak out against injustice and oppression, recognizing that silence only perpetuates wrongdoing. And ultimately, the Mahabharata teaches that divine justice prevails, and the righteousness triumphs over the evil in the end. Despite the trials and tribulations faced by the Pandavas, their unwavering faith in dharma and divine intervention ultimately leads to their victory. This serves as a source of hope and inspiration for present generations, reminding them that no matter how dire the circumstances, justice will eventually prevail for those who remain steadfast in their principles. Have a wonderful week ahead. Best regards, Raju Krishnan, Hyderabad.